All right, we are live here for NFL free agency. It's been a bizarre morning. Everything is down. Twitter picked a hell of a time to shit out on us, but the legal tampering period for the NFL has begun. We've had a million signings already this morning. Lots of big moves already. Some guys going back, and let's start it off with our headliner. Chris Godwin going back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm surprised. 3 years, $66 million with 40 plus million fully guaranteed to head back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I guess Godwin didn't really want to shop the open market. I'm a little surprised. Teams like the Chargers and the Patriots with massive cap space currently figured they would overpay for a wide receiver of Chris Godwin's caliber. He was having an elite season heading into the middle of the year before he goes down with that dislocated ankle, but had fully healed already. It sounded like he had a real potential that he could have been playing in the playoffs if the Buccaneers had managed to advance against the Commanders, which obviously they didn't, but that's kind of a big move right there, right out the gate. Chris Godwin back to the Buccaneers. We've also had some other moves. Khalil Mack back to the Los Angeles Chargers for 1 year, $18 million. A little surprised by that one. I thought Khalil Mack would maybe do a little bit of shopping. He hasn't ever really had a free agency in his entire NFL career. Maybe it's something he just isn't super comfortable with, but good deal for him. I mean, $18 million, nothing to scoff at, especially at 34 years old for him. And the Chargers get their pass rusher, or they keep their pass rusher. Joey Bosa got cut. They needed to figure out what they were going to do. And I kind of like the move all around for the Chargers here. Hold on. Why is the stream title not saved? Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever this thing wants to be stupid, we'll figure it out. But yeah, X is like totally shit their bed right now. Trying to get updates from it. It's been terrible across the board. They picked a hell of a day to basically go down. Let's see. Giants land new corner Paulson Adebo from the Saints. Jordan Lewis, now the highest paid nickel cornerback in the NFL. Pretty big contract, 3 years, $30 million. So 10 per, have to see what the guarantees are. The guarantees are the big things you got to look at when it comes to these contracts. Really, that's the money. Patriots finally spending some of that money. They had Robert Spillane. They also signed Landry last night from the Titans. So they are starting to use some of that money, spend it up. You got to get that money spent. What's going on with the title here? I don't know why the title is freaking out. Free. Everything's running weird today. Maybe we're getting hacked. Maybe everybody's getting hacked right now, but we'll see. So yeah, those are the big moves so far. Trying to get updates here. Twitter obviously is about as reliable as, I don't know, toilet paper as an umbrella in a hurricane. Jimmy Garoppolo back to the Rams. Here's a big report. Aaron Rodgers close to signing a deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think the Steelers were really even on the radar as an Aaron Rodgers team. But that's what Jerry Dulac of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette is reporting. That's a big domino to fall if Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh. What does that mean for Russ? What does that mean for Justin Fields? What does that mean for Sam Darnold? It sounded like Pittsburgh was in the Justin Fields, Russell Wilson contest, but Rodgers kind of out of left field. Pilot Wilson, appreciate the sub. Hunter, what's up? How you doing on this Monday afternoon? Twitter doesn't work at the most important time, so we're trying to scramble, get updates for our free agency. Things you absolutely love to see. Every website has a million ads embedded in it. We're going. I'm hanging around. Supposed to be live an hour ago at 11 when free agency kicked off, but of course nothing wanted to work. It still doesn't want to work on X, so we're going to be fighting X all morning, it looks like. Good job, Elon. Trying to get our updates. CBS has been shitty on their updates too. Everybody's bad. Everything's going down. Derpy, yes, we talked about that. Steelers really about to sign Rodgers. I don't know. It's hard to figure out what the actual reportings are. On what people are signing, because I can't keep track of all the Twitter stuff, but that's the word, Rodgers, and we just got an update. Panthers signed Milton Williams from the Philadelphia Eagles, 25 years old. Don't have an update on those numbers on that. Yikes, I really wanted Minnesota to sign Milton Williams. That blows. We have Jonathan Allen in the building, like 3 years, $60 million for Carlton Davis. Milton Williams, fine. Okay. And Carlton Davis, 3 years, $60 million with New England for Carlton Davis. That's a big signing. Milton Williams heading to the Panthers. We don't have an update on that number yet. Rodgers was good on the Jets. I would say Rodgers was average at the end of the season. He wasn't as bad as the the hype around it was, but still, it just felt like he was going to the Giants, potentially the Vikings, maybe, depending on what Daniel Jones did. And Justin Fields, it seemed like they were all in on Justin Fields. I honestly thought for sure it was going to be Justin Fields back in Pittsburgh. The word was they love Justin Fields, and they were ready to move on with him as the starting quarterback. Obviously out on the Russell Wilson sweepstakes. I shouldn't say sweepstakes. Russell Wilson business. They were out on that. So I'm really surprised by the Rodgers that's kind of crazy. Rodgers to Pittsburgh. The team he beat in the Super Bowl, by the way, Mike Tomlin, hasn't been back to the Super Bowl since Rodgers beat his ass. And it's Rodgers' only Super Bowl appearance. So funny how life works out sometimes like that. Oh, let's see if we can get a Twitter update. Texans to re-sign Derek Barnett. Dan Moore heading to Tennessee on a big deal. We knew that one. Really thought Rodgers hated the Steelers. Does Rodgers really hate anybody? I don't know if Rodgers hates anybody at this point. Maybe the Bears. Maybe only the Chicago Bears. I think that might be Rodgers' only real beef right here. Let's see if Fox has a better free agent tracker. Milton Williams. No numbers on the Milton Williams deal yet. God, what a horrible day for information to be just laggy and terrible. Come on, this is like this is like a massive Twitter. This is like Twitter Super Bowl, man. NFL free agency. Green, DK to the Steelers, yes. DK to the Steelers for a second-round pick. Also signed a $150 million deal. So, big extension. We talked about he would be getting the extension if he signed. Whoever traded for DK was going to be getting that fat extension. But now it could be Rodgers. Could be Rodgers to DK. Twitter sucks right now. Elon need to fix it. Yes. Twitter's been shitting its pants all morning. It's like 3 or 4 times, and it started early in the morning too, they said. Like 4 or 5 in the morning. This is Twitter's Super Bowl. We need to be tracking all the news and information on Twitter. And everybody, and it's kind of not just been Twitter, like CBS has been really shitty with their updating. I've been refreshing. It's been super laggy. Internet's good. Stream quality's good. It's just, it feels like everybody's, I don't know. Everybody's bad. The market's tanking. Everyone's freaking out. I don't know what's going on, guys. It's a weird Monday to be waking up to it. I mean, Saquon Barkley is the fastest in the NFL right now, so I think Rodgers needs to do something about that. Fastest? Saquon Barkley, not the fastest in the NFL. Hunter, not even close. I mean, he might be the biggest name in the NFL right now with the season he had. But I don't know about that. Let's see. Can I get numbers on this Milton Williams deal, guys? Jesus. I want to see what the Vikings didn't pay. Like we said, Carlton Davis to the Patriots. That's a good pickup. I don't know what that means for the Patriots draft. Like, are they out of the Hunter business now? They might be out of the Travis Hunter business. Maybe they're going with Terry McMillan. Maybe they're going Mason Graham, D tackle. Maybe they're trading back. Raiders need to sign Murphy and Javon Holland. Yeah, Byron Murphy probably a good fit for the Raiders. Oh no. What Rappaport just said something. I have no idea what I saw or read, but I think we're back, but also we're on TV, so please watch. Okay, Rappaport, they're live on TV right now. Man, if you thought we were important, wait until Twitter goes down. The only way we get this kind of information right here on the NFL Network. Forget about Twitter. Just watch TV. All right, I guess I'm going to put the stream on. Or the stream on, the TV on over here. I love that my TV and my freaking lights are on the same RFI signal. This is a disaster of free agency stream coverage opening. New England could trade down. They need O-line bad. Yeah, they do. And they're not going to be able to sign. Like, the O-line are kind of getting scooped up left and right. Figured the J.C. Latham's going to move to right tackle. Yeah, that makes sense. Latham's a better right tackle for Tennessee with the Dan Moore pickup. Let's see. No numbers here. CBS hasn't updated in 7 minutes. They're shitty. Oh, my lights are going crazy. All right, there we go. Free agency frenzy. How about the Super Bowl Eagles versus the Chiefs? Yep, Eagles beat the Chiefs' ass. Simple as that. And that's why the Chiefs signed a left tackle this morning. From the 49ers. I don't think since he should chase more than 36, and that's pushing it. Yeah, he wants more than Jefferson. The Bengals screwed this up, man. The Bengals are a horribly run franchise like the Cowboys. The longer you wait to sign your own guys, the worse it gets. You get a horrible deal. The market moves up, and you can't keep everybody. Bit of a diva. Yeah, he is a bit of a diva, but I think he's going to be more of a diva if you trade him. He wants to play with Joe Burrow, I think. The T. Higgins situation is the bad one. And then, of course, you lose Trey Hendrickson. Bad franchises are going to be bad franchises. Horrible front office. I mean, they could have kept Jesse Bates for like $12 million. I'll give them next year's first for T. Higgins. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that. DK's getting a high second. And you can get T. Higgins to a long-term deal. Maybe if you're the Patriots, do you give your second round pick? Like pick number 30, what is it, 34? 33? Whatever the Patriots have at the top end of the second round, give them that pick for T. Higgins. I'd take that. Cowboys suck right now. The Cowboys suck indefinitely. True. Let's see. Oh my God. We got a million tabs open, a million windows open. I love it. We got Max Crosby on the free agent frenzy. Everybody hit that like button. Helps the stream out a lot. Plus, we've been struggle busting over here, boys. We are struggling to get the updates, get the news filing in. Yeah, three years, $60 million for Carlton Davis. No word on the Milton Williams number yet. Has Over the Cap updated numbers? I don't think that's gonna update until tomorrow. I think that's updated from last night. BRB class about to start. Well, enjoy that. I'll probably I don't know if I'll still be on when you're done. This is a shit show right now. No update in 5 minutes. God, this is so ass. Okay, we got anything else? Come on, Twitter. Yes, we're watching Free Agent Frenzy. There's no coverage though. They're a commercial. The Axe Live, I'm sure they're bitching about this. God, this is so bad. I can't believe Jordan Lewis got that much money. That's crazy work. See if we get any numbers. No Milton Williams numbers yet. No Milton Williams numbers yet. That's all I care about. Uh, Ben reacting to trading to DK. Colin Cowherd shitting on the trade for DK. What else is new? No move since the Milton Williams trade. God, everyone is so far behind. Titans have a new left tackle. Yep, we got that. Dan Moore going to left tackle, moving JC Latham to right tackle. They still don't have a quarterback, though. Let's look at some of these contracts then. So tag. Ronnie Stanley signed last night, 3 years, $60 million. Surprised he was even going to be allowed to hit the market, and he wasn't, obviously. Drew Dahlman, big pickup for the Bears. The Bears have totally reshaped their offensive line. Right away, we obviously knew Ben Johnson, knew that was a point to attack. They had to upgrade the offensive line. And they've essentially rebuilt the entire offensive line, trading for 3 interior guys. Right now, 3 interior guys or 2 interior guys and signing a center. So they've pretty much rebuilt the whole thing. They could even spend the 10th overall draft pick on an offensive lineman. 9th, what are they picking? 10, I think. So really, really good job by the Bears resetting the offensive line instantly, essentially, under Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson knows his offensive lineman. Ben Johnson loves his offensive lineman. He gets it. Broncos agree to sign O-lineman Matt Peart. I don't know who that is. No updates on anything else yet. They have the Carlton Davis deal on, which I liked. I had Carlton Davis in my top 20 free agents. Let's see, CBS, any more updates? No. God, how did people even get free agency news back in the day? You just had to watch TV at night and figure out who signed where. Maybe be listening to the local radio station. Dude, technology, free agency used to be so different, man. It's crazy. Let's see. None of the safeties have signed yet. Let's see. Any other top? We talked about Khalil Mack. Hassan Reddick going to Tampa Bay. That's an interesting one. Tampa Bay really needed a pass rusher. Means they're probably going corner in the draft. I thought they were going corner. I was leaning that way for the Bucks. Makes sense. Patriots had Robert Spillane. We knew that. Patriots spending some money. There's the Reddick deal. Gesicki was last night. Hollywood Brown was the other day. BJ Hill back to the Bengals. 3 years, $33 million. I mean, they can't afford to lose anybody else on the D line. But they were so bad in the run game. I figured they would be in on. I could see the Bengals still drafting another guy to keep the interior bolstered up. They need a lot of help on that defense. We know how bad that was on the defense last year. It kind of killed the team. Joe Burrow would have been the MVP if they made the playoffs. Joe Burrow's numbers, I mean, there was no MVP argument. If you're arguing about stats and record, it was Josh Allen who won, obviously. And if it was just about stats, it was Joe Burrow. Lamar really had no argument if you wanted to go with those two philosophies. Jordan Lewis, 3 years, $30 million. Wouldn't have mind the Vikings getting him, but that's a lot for a nickel corner, man. And the Cowboys defense kind of all over the place. We knew that. It's really hard to gauge how good some of these, don't want to say role players, but maybe not like high impact guys are on bad defenses. Like, you really have to do some digging in there, try and figure out what their impact was, what were the problems on that defense, why were there problems. A lot of work. The most Viking-centric news that occurred during the outage, but occurred in our ESPN free agency, was the Panthers. Yep. Everybody had an outage there. Was it just Twitter? Was it everybody? Let's see. Talk about Big Cop betting. Patriots did something. Yeah, Carlton Davis and Spillane. Did they do something else? Derpy. Chiefs had Elijah Mitchell. CBS is late as shit on this. Trash. Fox, no update. Maybe everybody was out. Maybe it just wasn't Twitter. Let's see. Twitter Day. Take a look, y'all. Yeah, Twitter's shit. Stephen A. clouded on himself. Good move. Doesn't sound like anything's happening. I got NFL Network on the TV to try and keep track of anything that's happening while we're out. Let's see. Any other deals we want to talk about here? Morgan Moses. Ooh, okay. See, we need that. We're still waiting on the dude. I hate when shit plays and you pause it. To the pad. Yeah, I got you. That's what I figured. Let's see. Still waiting on the Sam Darnold news. The quarterback news is going to be, I'm thinking Rodgers is going to be the first quarterback since that's what sounded like And then the Darnold move is going to fall. I'm assuming Darnold's in Seattle now. Sweat still out there. Milt Williams gone. Put a little Panther logo there. Bastards. Oh my God, they're hyping the draft show. Come on, man. Give us some love. God, this has been a pain in the ass, guys. Oh, did they pull the Milton Williams signing? Yeah, the Bears are making the moves. Bears give a shit about their quarterback. There's the Morgan Moses moves, 3-year, $24 million. Veteran offensive lineman, 34, 3-year deal at 34. And I'm sure it'll be backloaded. They can get out of it. Patriots are getting aggressive. I do like that. If you're a Patriots fan, the bitching about the Patriots being incredibly cheap. I mean, Bill Simmons has harped on it. Like, they've been cheap for the last decade or so. So Vrabel was at the casino this weekend. He was big chilling. Vrabel was feeling good. He wasn't worried about it. And that's what Mike Vrabel brings to the table. Mike Vrabel doesn't get stressed out. Mike Vrabel don't worry too much about shit. He just locks in. Adobo? Paulson Adebo. No Twitter updates. Patriots surrendered 52 sacks in 24. Fifth most. Moses solid. Yep, linemen are never, unless you're a top end lineman, it's never super flashy. Okay, Paulson and Debo, big corner deal they're saying. They don't have the numbers yet. Moses. Former Eagles corner Isaiah Rodgers, 2 years, $15 million contract with the Vikings, $8 million fully guaranteed. Yikes. Great. Now I got to look at Isaiah Rodgers. What did Isaiah Rodgers do? 27, 5'10, 76th grade. That's not too bad. Finally did something. 19 tackles, 0 interceptions, 13 receptions allowed. Is that bad or good? 113th out of 223. It's in the middle anyway. Why did nobody talk about T. Higgins when he got re-signed? He didn't really get re-signed, Corbin. He got franchise tagged. And everyone kind of talked about it. It was for a day. He just got tagged. Same with Trey Smith. And that was last, like, Friday officially. DJ Reed to the Lions. Oh, no. Oh, my God. What a horrendous. 3 years, $48 million. That's a big get for the Lions. Help out their secondary. 3 years, 48. That's not that much, man. I'm not very happy with what we've done so far in free agency. Not gonna lie, pretty upset so far. DK to the Steelers, yup. And potentially Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers? Question mark? God, CBS, you gotta do a better job updating. Jordan Schultz dropping reports left and right, it sounds like. That was last night. Yep, lost Carlton Davis, add DJ Reed. Oh, okay. Milton Williams, they're in negotiations, not official yet. Teams are pushing to get him. Where do I think Darnold is going? I would say the Seahawks, Ryan. I think he's going to the Seahawks. It sounds like. I would say Seattle. Especially, I mean, Rodgers to the Steelers. He missed all of 2023 because of gambling. Great. Vikings did make a move. We'll see how it goes. A degenerate gambler. Made a successful return last year with the Eagles. Obviously won a Super Bowl. Yeah, Carlton Davis to the Patriots, Corbin. Yep, saw that. Look at this. Bears. New left guard, new center, new right guard. Just reset, rebuild instantly. Not gonna lie, feels like everyone but the Vikings and the Packers are making big moves. I mean, I guess Isaiah Rodgers is a corner. We definitely needed a corner, but I really wanted DJ Reed. We're not gonna get Reed or Williams. Maybe we're gonna get Jonathan Allen, it sounds like, in the building. Tennessee did release Harold Landry. Yeah, but the Patriots signed Landry last night, I believe. Harold Landry. The problem is he was picked up it happened right when Davante Adams got signed. So when Davante got signed, everyone was freaking out about the Davante Adams. I think it was the Patriots. Yep, reunites with Vrabel to join the Pats. Why all the Titans be leaving to the Pats? Same head coach, Mike Vrabel. That's their guy. Drafted him. That's how it works. Sheldon Rankins. What about Chris Godwin? Yeah, I was surprised Godwin stayed with the Buccaneers for the number. Now, he got a lot of money. He got a lot of money fully guaranteed at the signing, but I thought he would shop with a team like the Chargers and the Patriots, but the Patriots are starting to spend their money now, and they're spending it in a bunch of spots. But the Chargers probably could have offered him a bigger deal to be the number one wide receiver. Godwin and McConkey be a really good combo. Vrabel going to change the Pats, potentially make them stars again, maybe. I think he's going to turn the Patriots around, yes. I think Mike Vrabel's a very good head coach. I mean, look at what he did with Ryan Tannehill. They went to an AFC championship game. They were the 1 seed in the AFC. He did a lot with a little in Tennessee. And he's got a quarterback in New England, it looks like. I'm a big Drake May stan. We're Drake May stans over here. Mitchell, what's up? How do you think J.J. McCarthy will perform next year? Well, if J.J. McCarthy is the starting quarterback, which it looks like he will be, nothing locked in yet, but I think he'll be fine. I mean, honestly, if you look at the true performance of Darnold last year compared to the core quarterbacks across the league. He was like 14 to 16 based on your metrics. So if McCarthy can be anywhere in that 16, if he can be just average quarterback in the NFL, Vikings are going to be good again. Upgrade across the board with the money we have, hopefully. Hassan Reddick, Reddick to the Buccaneers. I'm not in on I don't know how much, but a 1-year deal is nothing to Tampa Bay. I don't know what Hassan Reddick's commitment to football is after holding out and hanging out in Japan. I think he just wants to watch anime, and I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, it's not a risky deal at all. Where do I think Jalen Milroe's going? I don't know, but if he's going to play quarterback in the NFL, he's going in the 7th round, 6th round. I don't think Jalen Milroe can play quarterback in the NFL. He's bad. He's a horrible pocket passer. He probably should change positions. He's an elite runner of the football. He is a very bad passer of the football. And he's a big, bulky athlete. Put him at running back. What do I think about the Myles Garrett contract? I'm a little disappointed in Myles. Myles said it wasn't about the money, and clearly it was about the money. Like, Cleveland wasn't going to trade him this year, but if he's on an expire, if he plays in 2025 with Cleveland, continues to reiterate he wants the trade, he's on an expiring. Cleveland has to trade him. He's not going to re-sign with him. So they got to get your assets, but he's the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. May's one of those, he's going to QBs, he's going to be good for a few years, then it's going to be downhill. Nah, Drake May's really young. I think he's going to be a stud. Big arm, super athlete. I like it. DJ Reed to Detroit, yes. What do I think? I am very sad and disappointed. I wanted the Vikings to sign DJ Reed. So that's a big bummer. Especially to an in-division opponent. Morgan Moses, Steph Curry. We got basketball news. Thanks, Shams. What do you think the Jets should do in the draft? I don't know. The Jets have so much to address. I'm hearing Tyler Warren, the tight end, but corner's fine. Defensive line. They need a full reset, the Jets, though. They need a lot. Offensive line, but quarterback also. They don't have a quarterback. But it's a bad quarterback draft. Maybe Joey Bosa to Tennessee. What you think? Depends on the deal. Joey Bosa's on the back end of his career. He's just way too injury prone for my liking. I hate guys that are always hurt. I hate that shit. Your best ability is availability. Aaron Rodgers is a sea urchin. That's a new one. I like that, though. Prickly. Very prickly. Heard anything about Vikes QB? Darnold? No Darnold news yet. No Daniel Jones news yet. And the Vikings have not made a move at quarterback. There's the Isaiah Rodgers deal. I heard Bosa Detroit. I'm hearing everybody everywhere. Bosa, Detroit does love their white pass rushers. And they did just cut Zadarius. I can't wait. I'm ready for the Zadarius Smith to the Bears to get 6 revenge games a year on the entire NFC North. So that's all he cares about. See any updates on contracts here? Doesn't look like it. PFF, we got any more moves? Come on, PFF. You got to update, man. Your newsfeed is down. Newsfeed's doing better. We're kind of locked in now. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't already. It really helps the stream out a lot. Pushes us out in the algorithm. Reset the timer. What do you think about the Titans QB and the draft? What do you think? Ward, definitely Ward. I don't think Sanders is a first-round quarterback. I wouldn't draft Ward number 1. Like, Ward would have been the 5th quarterback last year, I think. 6 maybe. Depends on who you ask. I think he's probably right in front of Penix, behind McCarthy, ahead of Bo Nix. But I think you got to draft Cam Ward. Or if you have assurances and you wait till next year, you're going to be bad again, and you trade back, you can acquire picks. It's all about how much leeway do they have. I don't like their head coach. I don't know if Callahan's a very good head coach. Like, you trade back and you can get off, and they need offensive linemen. You can draft Abdul Carter maybe, or Travis Hunter. Could use another receiver. Could use some DBs. But if you're still staying firm at 1 and you're taking a quarterback, gotta take Cam Ward. Carlton Davis out of the North. Yes, out of the North into the New England Patriots. But in comes DJ Reed. Vikings steal Eagles backup corner. I like that. 3 starts. Yeah, nothing's official till Wednesday. Paulson Adebo, Giant. Yup. Oh no, Twitter down again. Twitter. X. Rip. Oh, Twitter crapped out. Internet's down again, guys. The entire internet's down. This is why we got this is why we got NFL Network on. Talking about Chris Godwin over here. Yeah, definitely Chris Godwin took a hometown discount. That's for sure. X, please. What should we do about the receiving core in Tennessee? I mean, Ridley's all right, but I think we're going to get rid of Burks and Boyd. Yeah, I think you probably need to draft another receiver. They don't Ridley's not a number 1. I mean, he's whatever. Nick Westbrook-Akine's had moments. That was a thing last year. But it's hard to prioritize receivers when you don't have a quarterback. Like, quarterback has to be your main concern. It's not a great receiver draft either. It's not super deep. And the free agency class was bad. I don't know. Zay, what's up? Welcome back. Trying to fight. We're trying to fight through Twitter being shit right now. Get the most updates we possibly can on free agency. We're still on our guy, Isaiah Rodgers. Last update. I'm going to have to look at his stats. Yeah, I would expect Addison to be getting like 2 games. That's usually the number for a DUI case. Unless that thing gets totally dropped, I would expect 2 games for Addison. It is what it is. He missed 2 games last year, too. Or he missed 3 games last year. Also need a replacement for Cruzenberry, our center. They need... The Titans' offensive line was awful last year. They were bad. They need to do a lot there. And the best center is gone already in free agency, and it's an awful center draft. It's acting up again. It is, Derpy. It is. We're cooked. I'm over here looking at my new corner stats over here. Milton Williams not done yet. Had a forced fumble last year, 17 tackles, 15 games played, 4 pass defended, gave up 13 receptions. That's not great. Pittsburgh Times saying A-Rod on his way to the Steelers. That's what I heard Zay. I'll believe it when I see it. I believe it. That also came out like during the media blackout. I haven't seen any movement on that since, so we'll see. How many games do you think Worthy will be suspended? Mitchell, 0. All charges have been dropped against Xavier Worthy. 0 games for Xavier Worthy. Now, Rashee Rice is probably going to get 2 to 4 games. Everyone forgets about the Rashee Rice situation. He's going to get a couple games. Latham did good. Skoronski, if we give him some time, maybe he'll be good. Maybe they just looked, Minnesota whooped their ass last year. They were bad, man. Latham moving to right tackle is going to be a lot better than him staying at left tackle. And they did just sign Dan Moore. Surprised Skoronski hasn't been better. I don't think Rice will be 6. I'm thinking it'll be 4, maybe down to 2 or 3. But yeah, Rice definitely getting Rice and Addison, I would bet, get suspended this year. And that's usually how it works. It's usually like if something happens like right before the season or during the season, they get hit with it next year, the next season, because they want to do the full due diligence, see how things play out. It's 3 a.m. in Japan. Keep going. I will. Shout out to 3 a.m. in Japan. Way to grind this free agency with no Twitter over here. We're struggle bussing. Give him time. He'll be good. Not Bruce Matthews good, but he'll be Shaq Mason good. We hope. We hope. All right. Oh, they're saying Aaron Rodgers on the couch. They shit talking to Rodgers, man. What the hell? I'm saying that because they like to make a point on suspending players. Yeah, but if it's like a DUI, because there was no alcohol involved with the Rashee Rice stuff, DUIs have been consistently 2 games. So I'm thinking a car accident, probably 2 games as well. 3 games, maybe they knock it down to 2. Especially since it happened so long ago. The big suspension focus now is on gambling and anything domestic. We see the Georgia. We see the Georgia guys. They're running wild over there. They don't get in trouble at all. A-Rod should retire, man. A-Rod's better than 10 to 12 quarterbacks that started last year in the NFL. So if someone wants to give him a 1-year deal, he wants to play. It is what it is. Dolphins and Colts are the only teams yet to do anything. Well, Dolphins over the cap still. They're technically no cap. They got to restructure. The Chiefs have to restructure with their moves. Saints also need to restructure. I don't think the Saints have done anything yet either. Colts. Yeah, I don't know what the Colts are doing. He's older. Maybe have him go back to Green. No, he's playing 1 season. A-Rod's 41. He ain't going back. He wants to start and he's going to play. He ain't playing in Green Bay. He ain't going back. That bridge is burned. Browns haven't done anything. Yeah, their big move was the Myles Garrett extension, I guess. I think there's more teams that haven't officially done anything. I don't think the Packers have done anything yet either. I haven't seen any Packers news across my feed. But then again, I can't get news across my feed at all, apparently. It's a goddamn shit show. Ravens haven't done anything besides re-signed Ronnie. Yep. Which I would count that as a move. Saints got good. Got it, you? Got it, Jack? How can the Saints get anybody? The Saints don't have any money. They're over the limit. They're cheating. X is down again. CBS is down with the live updater. He will never truly reform to his former self, and the Dolphins should trade Tyreek. Not only open up some cap space, but try and get a few picks. Yeah, I think Tyreek's washed. I'm agree. I would get rid of Tyreek. I don't think Tyreek's that guy. He's never really that guy as a receiver anyway. He's a vertical burner. My man's too busy having more kids than receiving touchdowns. That's not good. Twitter crapped out again, guys. We're done. We're cooked. Yeah, Mac back to the Chargers. You know, since everything's cooked right now, can't do anything. I can go through and we can look at what we got. So Dalman to the Bears, the center from the Falcons, 3 years, $42 million. Chris Godwin back, 3 years, $66. Carlton Davis from Detroit to New England, 3 years, $60. Nick Bolton back to the Chiefs. We knew that. There's our Khalil Mack, 1 year, $18 million. Tyreek back to Kansas City just to make them more over the cap. They'd find a way to figure that out. Yeah, I'm hearing Bosa and Bosa. At least that's what his parents want, but of course they want that. I don't know if I'm in on the Joey Bosa experience. He's like 30 years old. He hasn't played at all the last. He's just made of glass. Bosas are made of glass. Let's see. Dan Moore, notable free agent moves. Dan Moore to Tennessee. Chris Godwin, Carlton Davis. Javon Kinlaw to Washington. That's a move that I liked for Washington. They get rid of Jonathan Allen. They pick up a guard or pick up a tackle. Adebo, Saints, Giants. See, Robert Spillane, Raiders, Patriots, Son Reddick, Jets, Bucks. BJ Hill back to the Bengals. Again, Jordan Lewis, Cowboys to the Jags on a 3-year, $30 million deal. That was a big one. Morgan Moses rounds out our top 100 to the Patriots, getting some protection. 4. Drake May. Let's see. Travis might retire soon, maybe after next season. Who knows? He's washed. Yeah, I think one more year for Travis Kelce, and he's actually going to take the offseason seriously and not gallivant with Taylor Swift around on a world tour. I think he's going to be locked in. I was high on Bosa to the Ravens until I saw he's injury prone. Yeah, just too made of glass. Ravens are probably going to draft a guy. I would bet the Ravens draft a edge rusher. Injury prone sounds like a Titan to me. Cooper Kupp's going to be a Titan, I bet. Cooper Kupp's the perfect Titan, a former elite wide receiver who's past his prime. There's our wide receiver fix for Tennessee. Twitter still down, X still down. Look at Moss, man. Yup, Tennessee Titan. That's a weird one. Tennessee Titan and finished with the Niners. Had a shot in that Super Bowl. Finally get that ring. Return of the Mac. Here we go. Breaking news wave. Players decide where they sign, and that decision isn't always based on the best offer. Panthers working to finalize Milton Williams. I have this. Is this what I have? No, this is Pro Football Talk. That Miles contract was crazy. I think Chase could shatter the Jefferson contract. I don't know if the Bengals can afford to shatter that contract. I would think he wants higher. I don't know how much, a little higher. And the Miles contract's going to, I mean, maybe he's going to want more than Miles, which is kind of a problem if you're the Bengals. The Bengals screwed this up so bad, man. So bad. And Miles pissing me off. Said it wasn't about the money. It was about the money. I'm sad. Did Trent Williams retire yet? No, Trent Williams is going to be playing next year. He's going to be your starting left tackle for the 49ers, especially since the Chiefs just signed up his backup. Now, I expect them to, I have them drafting a tackle. So, could see a little transitional period here. Dolphins re-signed Javon Holland. Is that what? No word yet on NFL Network on the Javon Holland. See how free agency goes for Tennessee. Who knows what we'll do, but I got a feeling because if I'm not mistaken, we have a lot of cap space in the tank. Let's see, Titans, 51 million, but do they have a lot coming up? 121. No, they're not super. They have okay cap. They're towards the top. They got good cap. Especially since they're not paying a quarterback. Mike Green to the Ravens. I don't know if Mike Green's going to be on the board then. I think Mike Green might go a little higher than people think, but he could. Depends on how many edge rushers are going, if they're how high Shamar Stewart if teams want to maybe make a move on Shamar Stewart after the great combine. Could be a Mike Green though. No one has signed Fields yet, but the Jets appear to be the leader in the clubhouse. Jeez. Yeah, Mike Green probably gone. Also hearing Allen could return to LA or back to the Bears. I could see that. Keenan Allen back to the Chargers, back to the Bears. Yeah, I could see that. It's Keenan Allen move. No Sam Darnold move yet. Everyone's assuming Darnold to Seattle, I'm hearing. Maybe Darnold to Tennessee. Can I get freaking Twitter to work? Yeah, Sam to the Seahawks. That was the word, especially after the Geno trade. I feels like a lateral move. I just don't know why. Mason Rudolph did do good, so I think we're going to get like Jameis Winston because he did say he wanted to play for Tennessee, or maybe Marcus Mariota back. Maybe. And then be bad and draft a quarterback next year because it's a good quarterback draft next year, most likely. It's definitely better than this year. Come on, I think Rodgers could be a playoff caliber quarterback. They wouldn't trade Smith if they didn't have a backup plan. Well, maybe their backup plan is being bad and getting a quarterback in next year's draft. That could be the backup plan in Seattle. New head coach, essentially. You know, they gave it one more ride. They shed a bunch of cap. They traded DK. They could be tanking. They may be running out Sam Howell next year. I could see that. They could be in like a rebuild mode, Seattle. They need like a true bottom out. Because sometimes you need a true bottom out to get a real reset. You can't always be like 8. You don't want to stick around and be like 8-8, 9-7. I guess it's 8-9 now, 9-8. Just making the playoff, just missing the playoff. We draft Carter or even maybe Hunter. We trade down and get someone big. I mean, you're not going to get anybody from another team trading down. You're just going to get picks if you're trading down. You're not going to trade for an actual player. Mike's not going to get another player like Lamar. Yeah, Mike's a defensive guy. Mike was a defensive guy, so he never really had Lamar. He just happened to be the quarterback on his team. I don't even know if he wants an offense like Lamar. They don't even run a similar offense. They want that Sam Darnold fits the offensive scheme. Morgan Moses, a Patriot. Yup. Patriots spending that money. All right. I'm going to grab a drink real quick, guys. So let me hit the BRB.
What are you talking about? Don't Jesus me. I said this to you. I said this to you a lot. Get the grill. You want that grill? Get the grill. No, it's not. You don't.
All right. Did Twitter working? Still no update? Oh, update. Milton Williams to the Patriots now. They pried him away. There you go. Holy smokes. We missed it. Here we go. As soon as I stood up. Colts will take Lamar any day of the week. Colts will take anything. More pass rushers. Like Simmons, yep. Need an interior with Sweat. God bless. God bless, Nick. But he was next in line for the Ravens head coach, but he didn't want to wait for the job. Yeah, I wouldn't want to wait for that job either. Oh no. What's the oh no, Derpy? Is it the Milton Williams? Patriots spending that money. Look at the Patriots. 26 per year. Big signing. Patriots pride them away. Hey, the Cowboys long snapper. $26 per. That's huge. That's a ton for a rotational backup D tackle. The Vikings re-signed their punter yesterday. Yes. Trayvon Moehrig to the Panthers on a 3-year deal worth $51 million with a 60 max. Yeah, me too. Chargers not spending. Well, they re-signed Khalil Mack. Could be working. Could be some working on some stuff still. They haven't spent nothing. Wow, there's your big domino falling, though. There's a big domino. No quarterback news yet. Quarterbacks are playing it out. No, Sweat has not signed anywhere. Sweat's probably your biggest non-quarterback left. He's number 3 on CBS. Williams now to the Patriots. Reed to the Lions. I haven't heard any updates on the Javon Holland. Cousins to Cleveland wouldn't surprise me. Is that official? Oh, you were asking? Yeah, I would bet Cousins. Cousins to Cleveland. That makes the most sense. Same offense. Won a playoff game with Stefanski. Cousins to Cleveland would be the move, but Atlanta's being weird. I don't know why they're still holding on to him. Raiders getting a little looted today. Saying it was a cyber attack against X and Twitter. God damn it. Nerds. I think Andrews could be a Tampa Bay Buck. You can't get rid of him. You can't get rid of Mark Andrews. You got no weapons. Like Zay Flowers is fine, but can't keep making excuses for Lamar over here. Either get him weapons or move on from him. Patriots winning the free agency. What have the Jaguars done? I don't know. Nothing. They've been jagging off. They cut their whole team. I don't think they have any cap. Do they? Oh, they do have cap. I don't know what they're doing. They haven't done anything yet, I don't think. Poona Ford to the Rams. All right, we're getting some movement now. Steelers have released Larry Ogunjobi. Another D tackle on the market. He's $20 million just 1 year. No news on a new contract. Yeah, but maybe they'll just let him play it out then and try and get a deal done. Maybe they tag him. The Lamar out is in 27. Lamar's got 2 seasons. Lamar's got 2 seasons, or I think they're going to move on from him. There's the Jaguars. Here we go. Nick Mullins, 2 years, $6.5 million with $3 million guaranteed to back up Trevor Lawrence. There you go. Jags make a move on backup quarterback. I like Nick Mullins. He's fine. We know what he is. He can fill in if Lawrence gets hurt. Looks like Twitter's back at least. Less than 2 hours ago, Panthers were reportedly finalizing a deal for Williams, but that fell apart because the Eagles' defensive tackle is now heading to New England. That Williams agreed $26 per year. Okay, no, Norm. I thought they were going to have a little more insight on the Milton Williams move. They're not really updating that anymore. It feels like the numbers. Is Rappaport, like, are they cutting him? He's like, post a little. I guess he's off the air. I don't know what's going on with the NFL Network. Sam Darnold to the Seahawks. 110 and a half, 3 years, 55, fully guaranteed. Jesus. Jesus. Jesus, that's a ridiculous contract for Darnold. Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, they've been working on that Lamar deal for a few weeks, at least for this year, to restructure and get the money open. But I feel like they should have done that already going into free agency. Oh, hell, new era. Oh, hell no. What, Sam the Man Darnold? Yeah, no more Geno. In Vegas, now you got Sam, the man. Now they're saying nearly 100 million. It's a Baker Mayfield deal plus inflation. There you go. That dude needs to retire like Geno. What? He's 27, 28 years old. What? People don't retire. Geno's one of the top 15 quarterbacks in the NFL. Why would he retire? I don't think you realize how bad doesn't play like it. Definitely does. I don't think you realize how bad the NFL quarterbacks are. So many bad quarterbacks in this league. Now they're only saying 100 million. Shefty, bad. Look at his touchdown to interception ratio. It's not that bad. Especially Geno's. Not a restructure, be a brand new. It would be an extension then. Which would also then have to restructure the current years left on Lamar's deal. So if it's only 100 million. So since he's moved on from the Jets in Seattle, 5-1, 30-11, 29, 21-15. It's fine. It's fine. He had an awful first year. It's not. You should see what real bad quarterbacks look like. People forget Jameis had a 30-30 year. It's fine. F my life. I wanted Darnold. Now we're getting Rodgers. F me, man. Nobody wants the Rodgers. The contract is less than I thought Sam would get. It's actually more than I thought Sam would get after what I was hearing the other day. But then it's probably about where I expected after the Geno trade. Sup, can't talk much in public. See you Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm bummed Titans fan. Titans making moves on the O-line at least. Milton Williams a Patriot. Yup. Oh, Sam Darnold going to Seattle to play the Rams multiple times. Rams gloating. Pete is the only one that would go for Geno. I don't think that's true. I think the Titans would take Geno Smith in a second. Jalen Moore, Chiefs signing. I mean, it can't be any worse than what they had. It can't be any worse than what they had at left tackle. I guess this means Rodgers is a Steeler. Probably. I would say the Giants are potential. But yes. 3 years now, it's only 100.5 million, 55 fully guaranteed, 37.5. Okay, so if it's only 37 and a half, it's pretty good for year one. Aaron would look goofy in a Steelers jersey. True. Rodgers in a Steelers jersey look weird. But Rodgers in a Jet jersey looked weird. But I guess if Rodgers was in a Vikings jersey, it would look normal. 3 year, 129 millions in like 2015. Yeah, big difference, obviously. I think the Baker Mayfield deal was the template for Darnold. And they're going to draft a quarterback. They're going to try and draft a quarterback in the next 2 years. Darnold would have made $45-50 million if he beat the Lions and or won 2 playoff games. If he didn't just melt the last 2 games of the season, Darnold would have made so much more money. Darnold would have gotten a mint from somebody. Like if the Titans don't want to draft a quarterback, they could have gave Darnold 45-47 million if he was actually that good. JJ McCarthy time. The Viking fans are going to be ecstatic, I'm sure. The Viking fans are going to be so hyped. Ready for the JJ McCarthy season. I'm hoping you guys let us get some revenge. We need that now. No revenge, Emu. No revenge. Emu, why is your picture a pigeon and not an emu? Imagine Joey Bosa signed with the Niners and the Bosa brothers play together. Yeah. If they like, it would be cool for like 2 games before one of them got hurt and was out for the season. Come on, we just doubled our losses. The Bears having a good offseason. Bears picking up offensive line, protecting their nail polish wearing quarterback. Can't get the nails dirty. Sam Darnold is only the 2nd NFL quarterback in the modern draft era to change teams after throwing 30 touchdown passes. Very rare, though. That'll be my stat for tonight. Just solidified our interior O-line finally. True. So painful to be a Bears fan. I can imagine. My friend is a Vikings fan. He is not a fan of JJQB. Really, Zay? That's kind of crazy. He must be an Ohio State fan. Must be a Buckeye. Bears still got to figure out, you know what? Caleb got to figure out to not run backwards. I think the Bears could draft a running back too in the 1st round. Look, I've bragged far too much to not get revenge or win the SEC tournament. Yeah, I got you. Honestly, the SEC, I'm kind of out on Auburn. Florida, if I'm being 100% honest, I think Florida's going to win the SEC tournament. I think Florida might win the national championship. I think they might be the best team. I think Florida might be the best team. I love Robert Smith. Yeah, he is a Buckeyes fan. He's an Ohio guy too. That explains Zay. That explains it. That explains everything. That explains everything. Campbell, the left tackle at 10 for the Bears. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Everybody's lost to everybody. They've been lights out, though. Florida, I mean, they just beat Bama. This week. Georgia's not that bad. Georgia has a couple of decent wins. I can't believe we're talking college basketball. They just look like they're playing the best right now. I was really impressed with that win at Bama. Kind of dominated A&M. We'll see. They beat Auburn. I think Florida's a problem. Bums Vikings got Isaiah. He's a great dude. Hope he balls out for you guys. And go Birds. We'll see. I don't love having a guy that got suspended for gambling. Don't love that. But we'll see. We needed a corner. Duh, Bears. I'm so Jack Lennon. After you scratch that itch, just remember, the Bears have won the offseason before. You got to do it on the field. It's good to feel good, but y'all remember, Auburn needs to get started up again. That's now that there's something to fight for. True, but there was something to fight for. I mean, they're getting up against Bama. You're always going to get up against Bama. It's the Iron. So I guess it's not the Iron Bowl, but those two teams hate each other. I don't love their body language is bad. Derby, Darius Slay to the Steelers. Big play, Slay. There's Eric Murray, 3 years. $22 million for the Jags. Jags were looking. Big play Slay to the Steelers. No Aaron Rodgers news yet. Let's see. We didn't have CBM, and we weren't even. They're not even close to playing their best. That's the problem, though. I hate the off-season wins do count. That's what's most important to me. Yeah, if Auburn gets down in a game, their body language is so ass, man. Like they kind of accept their fate. I don't know. It's where Auburn wins it all. True. If there was such a minor incident of gambling and they tried to make an example of him, I don't gamble, but definitely not a concern for him. I just don't like degenerates. We'll see. They definitely made an example of everybody. Recruiting wins. My man Johnny Munt going to the Jaguars too. Jags making moves with their money finally. Only my team not making any damn moves with all the money they have. Now they're talking. Nobody gives a shit about McCole Hardman. Okay, why are they talking to McCole Hardman? Talk about McCole Hardman and free agency. Nobody gives a shit. Why are you talking to McCole Hardman? Let's see. They should be able to bet the overs and their team winning, not the unders and their team losing. It's just way safer just not to allow them to bet, Zens. But I agree. Should be allowed to bet overs and winning. Man, what have the Ravens done? Nothing. But then again, if they bet their team winning and then they don't bet a week, like that's kind of a big giveaway. So I kind of get that also. They've had so many wide receivers dangled in front of them and failed to seize the opportunity. There's no good receivers out there. None of these receiver free agents aren't very good. Godwin was it. And he took a hometown discount. Godwin is back, and Hassan Reddick. Bub's in a great mood. Godwin took the hometown discount. Little surprised by that, but home is where the heart is, and he's comfortable with Baker in that offense. Good day for the Bucks, for sure. Hassan Reddick, not a fan of, but not a very risky contract. High upside, low downside. With DK to the Steelers, we need something and fast. Oh, I agree. They definitely need a receiver, and it's a bad receivers class. Jets. with Justin Fields. Oh, Fields, 2 years, 40 million, 30 guaranteed. Uh, do you think Byron Murphy heading back to the Vikings, or do you think he can return to Arizona where he's from? I think he might go to the Raiders, actually. But I could see us bringing him back. We haven't spent our damn money on anything, but I don't love Byron Murphy. Have you seen the Ravens wide receivers? Yes, they're awful. Anything is better. True. Zay Flowers is fine, but he's not a number one. He's not an elite. He's probably a number one, might be more of a number two. Fields to the Jets is very interesting. Yes. I mean, it sounded like Fields was going to be a Steeler. Where's our boy Elite Division Sports? Miles, where's he at? He's cooked. Damn, Fields told the Steelers, I ain't coming back. I guess that's why they made the move on Rodgers. I wanted Fields to stay with the Steelers. DK and Pickens was going to be a great surroundings with him. He still can't throw the ball. Justin Fields can't throw the football. Read option with Breece Hall and Fields, though, kind of nice. Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh looking more and more likely. So do the Steelers keep Russ? Potentially, but it sounds like Aaron Rodgers. Why did you let Haynes King go at A&M? Because he sucked. He's not great. He's horrible. He's a whiny bitch, and he ain't a dog, and his film's terrible. It's all about our boy Marcel. Oh, I had Haynes King. Sorry, I had whatchamacallit in my 8 overtimes against Georgia. Haynes King would be good he was bad at A&M. He'd be good in the new offense. He'd probably be a little bit better than Marcel is. But new regime. He was gone with the old regime. And he was terrible when he played. And he always got hurt. He was banged up this year. He kind of fought through it. It's also a big difference between the ACC and the SEC. ACC, the patty cake conference. Cam Bynum to the Colts. Ex-Viking. A big one. God, this free agency is going crazy right now. Georgia Tech could probably make it in the SEC. Absolutely not. We nearly beat one rivalry game a year is not the same as the weekend out grind. Look at Oklahoma this year. And Georgia Tech can't even recruit nearly on the same level as Oklahoma. They're getting dog walked. I mean, we saw how bad the ACC did it in the playoff. Just, it's not the same. It's a week in, week out, guys. It's easy to show up for 1 week. Yeah, that lost to us at Auburn. That's the point. There's nothing easy. It's week in, week out. That's the whole point. Rip Fields. Yeah, I don't think the Jet fans are even really that happy either. But he's going to start. Going to get a full starting job. Cowboys making big moves with re-signing their long snapper. Jordan Hare is filled with witchcraft and a wild animal that they let roam in the air. Fields has a good team around him. He's got an okay team around him. Need an offensive line. I don't know what the offense looks like. He needs another receiver. We'll see. Doesn't have a bad team around him. Their defense, though, they need to get some shit fixed. Rip Titans cap. Yeah, but at least they're spending it. You don't want to. What's the cap going to do? What are you going to do? You don't want to hold on to the cap. Spend it. Get guys. They got players. Worked on the offensive line. And Georgia Tech, I would say, is somewhat equal, definitely equal to Kentucky or Vandy any other year. Maybe, but those teams aren't competitive. Like, they're awful. And I don't know. Again, if Georgia Tech isn't dominating the ACC consistently at the top end of the ACC, they're not going to be at the SEC. They're going to be bad. Holy overpay. Good pickup, but overpaying, damn. You always got to overpay in free agency. Waiting to see the Daniel Jones sweepstakes. Steelers, Daniel Jones back in the mix. 4 years, $60 million for Cam Bynum. Whew, there's that number. He's saying the black magic at Jordan Hare. NIL. I don't remember last year's free agency going this crazy. I agree, Zins. Now, it was a little better for me. The Vikings were signing way more, and I thought we'd be way more active today with all this money. We ain't done shit. Basically, kind of pissing me off. Deo Odendagibo. Odendagibo going to the Bears. Bears making more moves. Bears making moves. QB market looking at. Where do I think JK is going? I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe back to the Chargers. I don't know what JK's market is. Just so much injury. Just like injuries at running back are a real problem. Speaking of the Titans, Javon Hollander. Chat, I'm in Cincinnati and their food sucks. You mean you don't want some Cincinnati chili? Cincinnati chili. Some spaghetti with meat sauce and cheese. Come to KC. KC got good food. Good barbecue. Not the best barbecue, but it got good barbecue. Dude, they put chocolate and cinnamon in their chili. It's ass. Hell. Everybody knows the best barbecues in Texas, but Kansas City is respectable. Lamar, why not, gentlemen? Atlanta got the real food. Atlanta got some good wings. They got good strip club, too. Allegedly. Lions Prob was good. DJ Reed, big signing for the Lions. Big pickup. Missouri's in the Midwest. Tennessee has real food. We in the South. Georgia got good food too, not gonna lie. Get some cornbread and biscuits. South got the food, guys. South's got the food. St. Louis ribs, St. Louis style ribs. Even though technically Missouri, not real. They're trying to get out of Missouri. Somebody said the two somebody said the two biggest cities in Missouri look like they're trying to get out of Missouri. Kansas City and St. Louis look like trying to run out of the state. Texas barbecue is good, but don't got sauce, you criminals. You don't need sauce, but you can put sauce on. Texas has barbecue sauce. Trust me, you eat some of my brisket, you don't need barbecue sauce. My shit is dripping. Come on, you know about that moist. I wish we could have got Myles Garrett. Yeah, it felt like Myles was just looking for a payday. One of two things we got going for us. Bub is in Tennessee, is also food is I. St. Louis ribs are mid. I like St. Louis style ribs. Go to Calhoun's, get a full rack of ribs. Dripping. I make a good rib, man. I make good brisket and good ribs. Go to Alabama, break into someone's house. They'll give you free barbecue. True. They got the white barbecue sauce, too. They got the good chicken, right? They got good chicken and Bam barbecue chicken with the white sauce. Carolina's got the good pulled pork with the vinegar sauce, the yellow vinegar sauce. Alabama has sweet tea and baby bottles, gang. That's a true measure of how good a place is. How good is your sweet tea? How good is your sweet tea? I know this is sin, but I don't really like sweet tea. Oh, too sweet for you? Man, I used to fuck up sweet tea. Can't do it anymore. We got to be trying to be Slim Kings over here. You're making me hungry. I can forgive you. Don't really either. It's just the taste itself, not a tea guy, not a sugar guy. How about regular tea? I don't like any tea. Okay, that makes sense. Tea could be an acquired taste. I get that. McCarthy QB1, I'm liking it. Michigan fan here. Prince. Hail to the victors. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the McCarthy era. We're jacked. Let's ride, baby. Gonna have some ups and downs. But we haven't had I haven't had this feeling about a young quarterback since Teddy B. It's good to be back, feel alive again. I like coffee. Yeah, I like coffee and tea. Whoever the Ravens sign, that position will be the Ravens' first-round pick. I like that. Ravens going edge. I'm committed to Ravens edge pet. I'm going to put an edge rusher for the Ravens every mock draft, I'm thinking. I'm a big Coke in a glass bottle guy. Ooh, Coke in a glass bottle. You put peanuts in there too? That's a Southern thing I found out about. People put peanuts in their Coke. And a Sundrop guy. I don't know Sundrop. Sundrop is gas. There you go. See, y'all don't know what that is. See, I don't. James Pierce on the Ravens would go crazy. Yeah, James Pierce not going to be there. If James Pierce fell to the Ravens, if the Ravens traded up and got James Pierce, that's a great pickup. What are my Chargers doing, though? I like the re-signing of Mac, but we need some wide receiver and all the good ones are gone. I agree, Prince. Maybe Keenan Allen again. And they got a ton of money. They didn't spend that money. I put peanuts in my Coke sometimes. Yup, that's a Southern thing. I want the Boston guy too. The guy, Donovan Ezeriku, a guy whose name I keep saying I'll learn, but I haven't learned it yet. James Pierce, dog. Peanuts in your Coke is equivalent to beans on toast. No. Different. Differences. It's different. I get it. I get the sweet and salty because Coke is sweet. Peanuts are salty, sweet and salty. It's kind of like sunflower, and they also kind of suck on them. Beans on toast, at least baked beans. We talk about British beans over here and tomato sauce. But peanuts, sunflower seeds, something you kind of suck, you suck on the peanuts. It gives you something to do. The South needs something in their mouth for looking tough. It also helps kick the dip hat. People do that instead of dipping and stuff. Yeah, barbecue beans are good. Peanuts add the flavor. I will say, if a good wide receiver is available at the start, we should grab one or maybe take the risk towards the end. Yeah, I don't love this wide receiver class, Emu. I don't love this wide receiver class. But if there's some guys there, like if Matthew Golden falls to Baltimore, I would take that. Sounds about right for the South. They need some peanuts to suck on. What is Missouri? The Midwest? Like, is it even really the Midwest? It's kind of the Midwest, not really the Midwest. It's kind of just the middle. It's kind of a crossover between the South and the Midwest. Will Johnson will be a buck. I don't know if he's going to be there, but if he is, I think him or Jahdae Barron, the corners are probably going to be there. Josh Mattel is heartbroken about Cam Bynum. Missouri isn't real. True. Kansas, Missouri, same thing. Kansas, Kansas City. Missouri is filled with the crazy people. Kansas barely in the Midwest also, just flat. They got wheat. We got wheat fields in Kansas at the booth. It's all the same. Did you see that tweet? Speaking of Kansas, they were putting in the seats at the new stadium at the booth. And somebody said, God knows them seats aren't big enough to hold Kansas women. I fucking died. I died. Thoughts on Sam and Fields signing? I mean, Sam got probably about what I expected, the Baker Mayfield deal. Little surprised Fields ended up in New York. Thought he would stay in Pittsburgh. But he's going to start. Got a decent team. Any person over the age of 10 is doing dip in the South. Not true. I'm not a dipper. Not a dipper. I do not dip. Ravens will not draft a wide receiver in the first round. I think if the right guy's there, but I would agree. I'm going pass rusher. Derpy wants to jump off a bridge. Didn't even give Fields a chance. Fields told him he's out. Want the Ravens to draft Jaden Higgins in the second round. How exactly do you feel about Texas A&M's shot this year in basketball? They've gotten my hopes up again. I was out on them, and then, of course, they beat Auburn, look good against LSU. I'm sure they'll win a game. Maybe they'll win 2 games in the SEC tournament, make me feel good for March. But the bracket looks okay right now, according to Lenardi. We're a 3 seed, decent matchups, but I'm sure they're going to break my heart again. That's what A&M does. Any type of nicotine? No, I probably should. If I was on nicotine's ends, man, I'd be locked in. I'd probably take over the YouTube if I started ripping nicotine and locked in. Maybe I should. Booze is my vice. Booze and food. Hey, A-Rod going to the Steelers now? I mean, we're waiting on that official update. It's looking like the Steelers are Giants. Josh Sweat's going to be one of the best signings in free agency. No moves yet. No updates officially. Football, you guys don't have one because this is Auburn's time to break out of mediocrity. Auburn's never going to do that. It's Auburn. They'll have one good season, then fall back. We'll be fine at football. I'm a little worried. They're going to take a step back. I don't like what we did. We lost too many guys. Recruiting was mid. Also, is Dart a first rounder? Feels like someone might trade up for Dart in the first round. He might be the second quarterback off the board now over Sanders. I hope the Steelers don't draft him. Only threat right now. Yeah, or somebody trading back in. Now I'm on the Zins. Yeah, a vape from 2015 to 2023. Yeah, vaping's so bad for you. I never vaped. I did have a cigar phase and a black and mild phase. There you go. I did have that phase a little bit in college, but not too much. Everyone loves the Zins, man. I'm afraid I'll get like hooked if I try and I'll be locked in. Fields is a Jet. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think Vaughn should probably retire. Maybe it gives it, somebody wants to pick him up as a rotational guy, but Hall of Fame career. Auburn always has a chance. We are always 50-50. It's been a while, though. It's been a pretty long time since Auburn's had that great season. Josh Sweat seems like a Cardinals signing. I definitely could see that. Cardinals definitely need some D-line pass rusher work. No Sweat movement yet. We're not sweaty enough for Sweat. Good recruiting, marrying freshmen, new QBs, O-line. I feel confident that we have a good 50%. Have to look at the schedule. Schedules in the SEC are so unbalanced. They have a tough schedule, don't they? Maturing freshmen. I like marrying freshmen. Von Miller's gone. It's safe for Cam Newton to return to the NFL. Cam Newton and his hats. Do you think Cup will be traded or cut? I can't believe he hasn't been cut already. I thought he was cut. Are they going to keep him? Maybe put him as a third receiver? I don't know. Try and get a restructure? I don't know what's going on with Cooper Kupp. Imagine Sweat goes back to Philly. I don't know if Philly can afford him anymore. He'll wear the hats on top of the helmets. Good luck. It's a good look, guys. Not yet. Yeah, we're waiting on the... I don't know why they're dragging it out. Cooper Kupp wants to be a Dallas Cowboy or a Tennessee Titan. Dallas Cowboy or Tennessee Titan for Cooper Kupp. Any thoughts on the Browns giving 1/6 of their cap for one player? It's the Browns. Myles Garrett's great, but... And is that could be the Watts. It's like Miles and Watson. That's crazy work. They're trying to trade him. I just don't know anybody who wants to take on that Cooper Kupp contract. Sign, seal, deliver. He's ours. The Saquon extension officially signed. Taz, I think I sold you a dime bag a couple of years ago. Nah, not me, man. Not me. That's funny as shit, though. Everyone also says I look like Los Pollos. I got to shave. Beard is getting sloppy. Things are getting a little slow here. Bears beef up their defense. Yeah, we saw that. We got the numbers locked in yet? There's the Darnold. No Sweat. Milton Williams. No Reed numbers yet, but he's going to the Lions. I don't think Kupp will ever return. No, Cooper Kupp is well past his prime. He'd probably give you something as a number 2. Maybe a number 3 at this point. Just have Cooper Kupp work in the slot still. Maybe he hands it over to Minnesota. Who knows? But I think they like Speedy. They like Naylor. Draft Membu at 7 and run the ball 50 times a game. Tego. Jets fans right there. We're just going to run the ball thing. Or say win 3 SEC games before following it with the 2 worst losses in modern program history. New Mexico? Was that New Mexico or New Mexico State? A.K.A. Diego Pavia, the GOAT. Yeah, it's a good deal for Fields. Good contract for Fields. Dammy Brown to the Jaguars. Went a little higher than expected. Strong season. 1 year, $10 million deal for De'Ami Brown. New Mexico State and 4th and 31. I forgot about the 4th and 31 for Milrow. De'Ami Brown. I guess Debo, they need a third receiver. I figured Washington would try and bring back De'Ami Brown with Debo and McLaurin. They got money. They got money to blow. What's going on? Ever since the Ravens shattered all-time rushing yards in a season, every team trying to duplicate it. I don't know about that. I think running backs are just back because everybody plays two high safeties. Teams start putting guys back in the box. We're going to start seeing passing again. This is just the NFL is moves and it's like chess and check. Like they move back and forth. It's moves on a chessboard. Offense does one thing, defense counteracts. We'll go back and forth. I think we're going to see a little less running next year. I think teams are going to step away a little bit from two high safeties. Chiefs definitely aren't trying to duplicate it. True. The Chiefs aren't running at all. The problem is Pacheco was so bad after the injury. I think that was their plan. They were a good rushing team 2 years ago, especially in the playoffs with Pacheco. Bears, Chargers. I don't think the Bears are going to... I mean, the Bears are just going to be like the Lions, which run the football. They've always liked. Eagles have always run the football. And Harbaugh's always run the football. Milton Williams, 4-year, 104, $63 million guaranteed. Worked on a deal. Yeah. Dodgers signed an extension with Dave Roberts. Chargers or 49ers for Jameis? Famous Jameis? I don't think the Ravens running enough. Pacheco injury took a toll. Then again, I just kind of like running. True. They lose when Lamar throws too much. The Bears with Fields. Well, Fields can't throw the football. That's the problem. When your quarterback can't throw and he can only run, you're going to run the football. That's kind of like a big thing. Micah Parsons, Justin Fields, Kyle Pitt, and Bijan Robinson in Dubai. So Justin Fields' agent did that deal. They knew what they were doing. My man's in Dubai over here. Micah Parsons always on trips. Bengals back to Samaje Perine back to the Bengals. I'll take the Chargers securing a backup, but we need some weapons or maybe trade for Parsons. Yeah, they could trade for Parsons. I don't know if I would, though. They need weapons. God, get me some wide receivers and running backs for Justin Herbert, please. You got the offensive line. You got your defense upgraded. Hufanga signed with the Broncos. 3 years up to 45, 20 guaranteed. Hufanga's pretty good when he's healthy, man. Denver's trying to upgrade. Tells me they're drafting offense. Tells me they're going to draft offense in Denver. All right, we out of energy drink. All right, I'm going to grab a water. We're going to take a little breather. We're hitting on 2 hours now live. If you haven't already, guys, drop a like on this stream. Helps the stream out a ton. And if you're not sub, think about dropping a sub. We got daily sports content on the channel. We got our short sports stat fact of the day. We got long form videos as well as the live streams throughout the week. So really appreciate it. Helps us out a ton. Let me go. So as an A&M fan, what are your plans if Texas wins the Natty? Cry and drink. Texas A&M alum. Alum. I'm not just a fan. I'm an alum. Marion Hampton is nice. Hopefully, I like Marion Hampton. Him or Colston Loveland. Dobbins potentially back. Chargers offense won't throw like that under Greg Roman. No, they're going to run the football. But they still need weapons. Like, you have to be able to throw the ball in the playoffs to win games. And they will. I think they're much more comfortable throwing the ball with Justin Herbert than they were with Lamar Jackson. That's why you attack yourself by being a fan of theirs. Yes, I'm forced to be a fan. All right, look at the Hufanga trade. I just like orange and blue. That's why I chose Auburn when I was 5. That's how a lot of it works. I was a Notre Dame fan growing up. I chose the Irish as a young Irish boy. Texas A&M alum. Hey, that's a flex. Congrats. True. Technically a flex. Most days. In every context but sports, it's a flex. That's why also I extra hate Texas, because so many Texas fans could never get into Texas. And they talk so much shit. Like, Texas is a good academic. Like, Texas is a pretty good academic school. So that's what drives me crazy. Let me go grab a glass of water, take a leak, and I'll be right back. All right, we back. Let's see. Fonga. Lots of stuff. Fonga signed. Samaje P. Ryan and Josh Sweat are big signing to the Cardinals. Johnny Football Days, good times, absolutely. I like the all black. At the time, Ravens wore those colors often. Nowadays, it's not like that. True. I love the Ravens all black. I have an Ed Reed all black jersey. Josh Sweat is a Cardinal. Yup. Football was good. JFF was good, but got put into a bad position. True. If there was NIL, Johnny would have never left. Morig, there goes a safety. Yeah, but Javon Holland's still on the board according to everything. First 2 year has guaranteed money. Third year not guaranteed, really guaranteed. Yeah, that makes sense for Darnold. Josh Palmer signing with the Bills. That's interesting. Like, the Bills just have a bunch of freaking role receivers. They're just going to run a 10-man rotation out there. What's the Sweat deal? 4 years, 76. Woo. See what the guarantees are on Josh Sweat. But he's like the last of the big linchpins besides Rodgers. No, Jason McIntyre, sick. Josh Sweathead in Arizona. P. Ryan. Let's see if we got the upgraded tracker on the money. See, Sweat's gone. DJ Reed's gone. So Holland's your best remaining player. Will Fries, Reed, Cam Robinson, Charvarius Ward, and Becton. Cam Bynum's gone. Tevin Jenkins, Myers, Daniels. I think Rasul Douglas got signed. Maybe not. Cam Bynum's gone. Cooper, I thought would be signed by the Bills. Yeah, I don't know. The Amari Cooper thing just never kind of worked out. He was bad. Yeah, he sucked. I think he just needs a fresh start. Yeah, I would say Ben Johnson is having a role in the personnel decisions in Chicago with these offensive line pickups. All right, we're probably going to go for another 15 or so minutes, guys. Been live for like 2 hours. Going to go for like 2.5 or so. We lived through the thick of it. We were in the thick of it. I don't know how many more moves are going to be left to be made. Some smaller signings, and then the Rodgers news. I'll probably do a video for tomorrow. Stay live a couple more hours. Can't. Too long, Taz. Too long. Ben Johnson building his own team. True, and that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. But I'll do a video tonight probably. I'll drop it tomorrow morning, recapping all of the news from today. So are they making a change with Rodgers and the Steelers? Waiting for that update. I think the Giants are probably making a push for Rodgers as well. Sounds like. So 31, 21, 22 Joker next level. Yes. Biggest fullback will resign. Ricard, fullback. The only fullback in the NFL. Use check. Jaguars reached an agreement with former Ravens offensive lineman Patrick McCarry. McCary. Haha. Ricard is a big fuck. Former D tackle. Somebody's dog going crazy. That lady's dog going crazy on NFL Network. Her dog going crazy in the background. Oh, that's funny as shit. So we're waiting for the Rodgers to Pittsburgh, maybe Rodgers to the Giants. Daniel Jones, our other quarterback. Jameis Winston, probably a backup somewhere. Daniel Jones, a backup. Yeah, he played first 2 years. He played both sides. I do like me some Will Fries. I wouldn't be mad if the Vikings got Will Fries. I like Fries. Jonathan Allen nowhere to be found yet. We're still waiting to hear on the Jonathan Allen signing potentially. What are the Cardinals going to do in the draft now? It's a slight downgrade in weapons for Sam Darnold. Jackson Smith and Jigba and Jake Bobo. Noah Fant. We're going to tweet that. Slight downgrade talking shit. $41 guaranteed for Josh Sweat. People are breaking the bank, man. But he got the bag. He did. Huge downgrade. But he got the bag. 33. Made the right decision and turned himself into a Pro Bowler. True. But they've moved away from the fullback a little bit, haven't they, in Baltimore? God, they felt like they were like fullback every play, it felt like. Where did Sweat go? The Cardinals. Sweat to the Arizona Cardinals. Out there in the desert. What was the numbers on that again? It was big numbers. God, Twitter's being so stupid right now. It was for a lot of money. Good, make them Eagles less powerful. True, and they can't get Myles Garrett now. Eagles still pretty good. He plays on the tight end. They go too tight. They do run 2 tight end sets. We wonder why they can't pass the football. Yeah, no moves on anything. I think we finally hit in the slowdown period. I'm sure we'll see some things trickle in over the next few hours or so. This could be now the waiting game. Guys go visit. You know, remember we used to have like guys would go visit teams, like go show up in the facility and visit and meet with the coach and the GM. That shit don't happen anymore. We don't got that shit anymore. He helped King hit 2K. Henry didn't hit 2K. Almost 2K. Almost 2K. 1920, 1910. 2K total yards, not 2K rushing. Bears signed Grady Jarrett. 3-year, $43 million, 28.5 fully guaranteed. Bears are making moves, spending that money. He did counting the playoffs too. Cooper Cup. Oh man, look at the Bear. Man, the NFC North, the Vikings and the Packers aren't doing shit. I got to look at my Vikings chat boards. Those guys are probably pissed. Pat, yeah. Macari, yeah. They signed a swing player. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. Us trying to talk hoops over here. Let's see. Sebastian Joseph Day signing back with the Titans, keeping their guys around. Some guys are not real. True. Top of the NBA has not been real. I mean, Shea went right back at Jokic yesterday with a 40 burger and a win over the Nuggets. That MVP race is going to be real hot down the stretch. SGA and the Thunder won. Yes, they won the Paul George. It's safe to say they won the Paul George trade. I don't think that's a stretch. 49ers guard Iron Banks signed with the Packers. Top guard off the market. The Packers finally making a move. Travis Hunter is not going back to college. You are not allowed to do that. He has already declared. He has an agent. Don't spread fake news, Steph. Paul George needs to. He got off the podcast, but I don't want him to work on the jumper. I want the Sixers to suck this year and get the draft pick. If they don't have a top 6 pick, the Thunder get the Sixers draft pick. Yeah, at the time it seemed like the Clippers. Well, the Clippers never won, so now it's definitely, yeah. And SGA is one of the best players in the league. We making cap updates yet? Nope. What do the Vikings do with all their cap? Nothing. Nothing. I'm sick. I'm sick, guys. I'm sick. Is he actually off the podcast? Yes. He said he's gonna. Yes. He said he's taking a break from the podcast. Piece of shit. Hufanga. 4 years, $77 million. That's a lot for a guard. Holy shit. Clippers and the Hornets lost the SGA trade. Well, Michael Jordan lost everything he ever did with the Hornets. That is hilarious. Yeah. Busy week for Seattle. Out Geno, out DK, in comes Sam Darnold. I don't know how excited Seahawks fans are going to be about that. Vikings Seahawks week 1 rematch. Sam Darnold. Want to see LaMelo Ball win some games? You're never going to see that. LaMelo Ball can't win games. Not a winning player. As my man Ryan Russillo would say. Not a winning player. I know the stuff, Steph. That is my thing. Did you know? I know. They also drafted and traded Kobe. I'd have to see. Did they trade him was it a draft day trade? Like, did they even have the rights to him? NBA draft's different than the NFL. You can't technically trade picks. You just trade the rights to those picks. Veteran D tackle Roy Robertson Harris to the Giants, 2-year, $10 million. What does trading the rights mean? It means that you can sign the player. You trade for their rights to sign the player. Yeah, draft day trade. They drafted him and traded him. So then they didn't really own him. The other team told them who to draft. You can't trade draft picks in the NBA. So the Hawks technically drafted Luka Doncic, but they traded the pick to the Mavs, but they have to make the pick, and the Mavs made the move. So NBA trades are weird. Jets got Fields 2 years, $40 million. Yes, sir. And Jet fans are sick. Cut by the Falcons, Jarrett. Yeah, I was like instantly. I didn't even see Grady Jarrett got cut. That's how quick that shit was. That shit was locked in right away. All right. Past 2:30. Cleveland drafted Wiggins, and a few months later traded him. Yeah, that was the LeBron thing. That was a LeBron one. But any draft day trades are like the Hornets technically drafted Kobe also. Jets about to go to the Super Bowl, just not when I'm alive. I don't know. Yeah, that could be true. Definitely not going with Justin Fields, that's for sure. Broncos pay big. No cap spent. My Vikings, I'm fucking pissed at the Vikings. They ain't done shit. Cooper Cup. Best landing spot for Cooper Cup. Literally anywhere. The Baltimore Jets. Baltimore Jets. Is that like a lacrosse team? What do you think the Bears get in the draft after Drew Dahlman? I think they go offensive line. I think they go like Simmons or somebody. I think they go tackle, potentially. Maybe they go running back, but I think they're just going to keep beefing up the offensive line. It's the Bears. It's Ben Johnson. We're going beef, 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 beef. Go enjoy some Coke with peanuts. No Coke and peanuts. They sign more Ravens players. True. All the used ones. Not as much anymore. That was the big Rex Ryan thing. Rex Ryan obviously got all those guys. Lands in record time on a big, yeah, that must have been like within an hour, like within 10 minutes. The Grady Jarrett. Amari Cooper, Stephon Diggs still out there. Still some names out there. Will Fries, Justin Reed, Cam Robinson, Charvarius Ward, Mekhi Becton. Still some guys out there. Byron Murphy, Sweat's gone. Reed's gone. Javon Holland, probably your best available player remaining. We still got the quarterbacks and Aaron Rodgers out there. So, what do you think about Genty Chicago? I could see a running back. To Chicago. Now I say the Chargers is the Baltimore Chargers. Yep. Harbaugh's going to get the Harbaugh, guys. Aaron Rodgers should just become a podcaster. Aaron Rodgers wants to do something. Him and Mac, maybe he'll become permanent on McAfee. I could see that. Any more new moves? No. All right. We hit the 2.5 hour mark. That's going to do it for us today, guys. I appreciate everybody stopping by for that free agent frenzy. If you haven't already, drop a quick like on the stream. Helps the channel out a lot. And if you're not subscribed already, hit that sub button. We got daily sports content for you guys. We got sports stat fact of the day, our shorts. We got daily videos. I'll be dropping a recap of free agency tomorrow morning. So any other signings for the rest of the day, I'll be sure to be on top of that for y'all. Yeah, we got the live streams throughout the week. I'll be alive again sometime this week. Busy tomorrow night. Got a YouTube party I got to go to. Yes, the YouTube people do appreciate me a little bit. So I'll be at that. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Maybe we'll meet some other content creators and have some cool opportunities. So should be a lot of fun. Again, like, subscribe, and share.